Hi, my name is Rick, and like you, I'm passionate about this great game of golf. The title of this lesson, Hitting the Perfect Golf Shot with the Imperfect Golf Swing. Now, what I'd like to suggest to you is that perfection versus imperfection may not be as far removed as one may think. Now, what do I mean by that? You heard the term swing flaws, and so many golfers have swing flaws. Well, every pro I've ever watched on the PGA Tour, based on the golf instructors, the golf analysts, they talk to you about their swing flaw. And you'll hear a lot of them say, well, you know, we like to have their hands a little more like this, and we like to have the club a little more like this, and we like them to turn a little more like this, and all these things they say about this golfer. These are the best in the world, about their imperfections. And yet they play at levels that none of the golf analysts could ever play. All right? These guys are world-class athletes. So how is that possible? Because what I'm suggesting to you is that a golf swing consists of two parts. One being the takeaway, two being the delivery of the golf club. Which one is more important? Today, they'll have you believe, golf teachers, that the takeaway is everything. If you get in that right perfect spot, you're guaranteed to hit the golf ball perfectly, or that much better. Not even close. All you have to do is get it in a range, right? An acceptable range, and that range could be anywhere from, let's say, instead of having a dying perfect spot, something this big, you know. So you can get your hands anywhere in here, because if you look at the golf swings, the best in the world, their hands are not in the perfect position for you, for me, but it's perfect for them, and they can hit the ball. So I'm saying to you, give yourself a bigger leeway when you take it back. All right? So if you take it back somewhere in that area, that's fine. But you're spending, I think, too much time on the takeaway, and you're not spending more time on the delivery of the golf club to the ball. Some people say to me, well, if it's here, it's perfect. Here should be perfect. Well, perfect here does not represent perfect here. I can always debate this, where your hands should be, as so many golf teachers do. But you don't debate impact position. So let me show you a lesson, and I think it's going to help you to a level that your imperfect swing will work for you. And I'll demonstrate why I know that. First and foremost, I'd like to take something out of Jack Nicklaus's video. Jack said something very important, and I never forgot that. When Jack would line up his golf ball, he would find the target and the flag, and he'd draw this imaginary line back to his ball. And in that path, he would pick something on that path several inches in front of his ball placement that would get him on line. So it could have been an old divot or an old golf tee. Jack said something that is critical. Once he set the ball down over that particular line, based on that divot or golf tee, he would never look up. He said that would be it. He would look down, look up, look down, and that would be it. Once he made the choice to look down, he said, I don't need to look up anymore. I know what's going to happen. See, Jack's absolutely right. His focus of his attention was down here. Now, let me switch it for a moment. You'll hear golf teachers will tell you, don't focus your energy down here. It's out there, all right? What they're impressing upon you is that you swing follow through. All right? That's the impression I get. I don't believe that down here doesn't have value. I believe down here, if you don't hit the ball right from down here, out there is not going to help you because you're never going to get it out there. So I think there's a combination of both. I focus on the ball, on the path, all right? So you swing on the path. Golf teachers will say, well, the ball gets in the way. To a point, yes, I understand it. But I'm swinging on a path, but I'm hitting the ball. Now I'll show you something that I do that's going to take your imperfect swing and it's going to allow you to hit the perfect shot. You take your golf ball, and every golf ball has a name on it. You simply use the name as the focus of attention. So for this particular lesson, what I'll do is hit the label. I'll set this ball so that in this case is Nike. The Nike label will be turned slightly inwards. So that will create the path I need to be on. So I created this path. Now, it's path and angle, is it not? I want to hit down the ball. So I'll take this part, the Nike, turn it out and slightly upwards. So my eyes will focus on that Nike label. It will give me the path and angle of the golf swing that I need. Now by doing that, I'll show you how I can hit the ball from the exact same set of position. I won't change anything, my grip, my stance, my posture, and I can hit it to 3 different sections because my focus of attention is down at the ball and it's not up here. All right? I've never hit a golf ball with my backswing. I know today golf teachers love taking the swing apart to two parts, back, takeaway, and the forward hit. Well, I believe a swing is one thing. All right? But anyway, that's a different lesson. I'll set it down, slightly into out, slightly upwards. I take my stance, my address position. I look at that Nike label, and I'm just simply going to try to hit the Nike label. As I take it here, hit that Nike label. That's it. My focus of attention is down here where Jack said it should be, and I agree with Jack. Now let me show you how important that is. I'll set the ball down, I'll set 3 balls down, and I'll hit to 3 different sections of the net. I'll hit to the right section of the net, the middle section of the net, and the left side of the net, and I won't change anything. I won't change my setup position. I won't change my grip. I'll simply change my mindset. I'll hit the part of the ball that I need to create the right path and angle for the shot that I'm attempting. Now, I'll show you something when I'm done, and I think you'll get a better understanding. So once I set up, this is my setup position. So my first attempt is to hit toward the right section of the net, and that'll be represented by that 1. So right here, as I'm in this position, as I take the club back, I'll aim toward the right section of the net. Now, the second one, I'll swing, I'll aim for the 2. That's the more in the middle. Now, as you can tell, my setup should change. Since I haven't changed my setup, I'm going to change my swing. My swing now is going to have a lot more flaws. Swing flaws. Do they work? My suggestion to you is that you can make your swing flaws work as long as you change your focus of attention. So now I'm going to try to hit the 2. So right here I go, all right, where's that 2? As I take the club back, I say, well, the 2's over there. And I hit toward the 2. Now, I don't want to move my stance, so, all right, I'll have to come back. You'll have to trust me on this one. At this point, I'll set the ball back up, same stance, and now you notice that 3 is behind me, right over there. So now I have to hit the 3. So this is really going to lend itself to a very bad swing flow. Over the top move, and many other things are happening. So at this point, I need to hit the 3. So how do I do that? Well, I focus on this part of the ball. I am changing my focus of attention. And by changing my focus of attention, I can change my golf swing. Now, there's an expression that I heard. You probably heard this if you watched that movie Patriot with Mel Gibson. He tells his children, aim small, miss small. All right? Here's why I can do this. I don't believe a golf ball has only one, the back of the golf ball is this one section. Most people I asked, I said, when you hit the ball, where do you hit it? They go, I hit the back. I said, well, what part of the back? They said, the back. All right. A golf ball is the exact same thing as a pool ball. The cue. If I hit the cue on the left side, I impart English. Hit the right side, I impart certain English. I hit low, I impart English. So when I look at a golf ball, I actually see the angles. That's why I have the angle vision golf. I'll actually see an angle. When I set this ball up, I know in my mind there's a left high quadrant, right high quadrant, low right, low left, dead center. So I pick a spot and I focus on that spot. By focusing on that spot and not up here, I can hit the ball better. Or I can hit it toward the target with my imperfect swing. And I know I have one. All right. So the last thing I'll do, I'll just show you. I will take it back and I believe in the perfect position up here. And then I'll swing the club and my results are, if it's perfect here, the results should be perfect down there. I'll aim toward the 1 at this point. All right. Aim toward the 1. Why did I hit it toward the 3? That wasn't the 1. Perfect should be perfect. Well, perfect is not perfect because I've changed my body position. My left hip turned out too quickly. So all these things that you're suggesting to me, as a lot of golf teachers go, well, if you're here, the chances of you getting down here was so much greater. Well, if you're going to give me a big space to work from, I'll say all right. But if you have to be in a very specific spot, I'll say to you, not a chance. That doesn't work. If it worked that way, then no golfers, and not the top pros in the world, would ever be able to hit a golf ball, and we know they can hit better than the analysts. Well, proof's in the pudding. All right, so now I'll take this imperfect position, and let me see if I can hit toward the one. So this is a really bad position. I don't like this swing like this, to take it in like this. Is very difficult for me to do. See how much I had to take it in? When you see I can swing toward the one, because I'm actually looking at the ball, picking a spot on the ball, and hitting it toward that target. All right? I see path and angle. I don't need to see path and angle up here. I need to see path and angle down here where my mind should be focused, not up here. I think that's going to help you. Set the ball up the way I suggested. Focus of attention, change it. One piece takeaway, is there a two-piece swing? I believe it's one piece. You've broken it down to two-piece, you've analyzed it. If you can analyze it correctly, why are the pros all in a different place up here? But when it comes to impact position, they're a lot better than we are, because their focus of attention is better. My name is Rick, like you, passionate about this great game of golf. That's it. That's all right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there. Hi Gabby, Rick. I did get your email several weeks ago, and you talk about developing a publishable test. I thought about that myself. I said, that's pretty interesting. What could that possibly be? And I'd like to give you maybe a possible test that would be unbiased. Now, as the inventor of the angle vision golf ball, when I use it, I've always only used it to cure someone's swing flaw. So that would entail the person having some kind of swing or golfing skills. And the goal for us was always to resolve their problems. And most golf teachers, I don't know if you know this or not, do the exact same thing I do. They are always working on fixing someone's swing flaw. And usually is the person that slices. It's very rare where a golf teacher is actually teaching golf. Most golfers start off by themselves. They go down to the local driving range, they drop down their $10, get a club, and they start swinging away, and eventually they create these swing problems that the golf teacher has to resolve at a later date. Versus coming to a golf teacher and say, look, I like to play the game of golf, let's start off correctly. Excuse me. And I do that because I'm a martial art instructor. People come to me, they don't have martial arts swing flaws. I start them from the very beginning, and we work our way down to higher level. Golf teachers don't really do that. I didn't know that. So maybe if your participants are just beginners, then the test would be different than someone that actually plays golf. And let me show you, based on my understanding of the different use, or how the test could be unbiased. Number one, these are the things that golf teachers always deal with. How do I get the person to swing the right way? As you well know, movement is much different than stagnant positions. A golf teacher will always start off with good hand position, good grip, good ball position, good alignment, good posture. And then he tries to get the golfer to swing, and the swing has to be slightly from the inside. Usually a golfer simply swings, he doesn't know what he's aiming for in the back of the ball, and the ball goes